If you're just getting into airsoft, you're probably wondering, what exactly do I need to get started? And the answer is not much. Really, all you need is a gun, like this, a G&G Raider maybe, something simple, but a gun that can shoot well, shoot hard, and keep up with most guns. And they're not very expensive relative to other hobbies. You need a battery to power that gun, unless you're using gas, but that's a whole other rip. So I recommend a battery-powered gun, an electric gun, AEG. So you'll need a battery for that. You also need ammunition. Now most guns come with magazines, or a magazine, and that's probably all you need for the very beginning. But you will need ammunition, like BBs, so you're going to have to choose your weight, 0.20 or 0.25. We use a combination. I use 2.5 sometimes too. It doesn't really matter, but as long as you have those heavier weight BBs, you need that. And lastly, you need eye protection, goggles, something that will protect your eyes, ideally without fogging. But most of the time it's going to be full seal, and it can be one of the harder pieces to get, a good one. But again, you don't have to spend a ton of money to get a good pair of goggles. So all in all, that's really the essentials of what you need to start playing airsoft. It's not much, just the gun, goggles, ammunition, and something to power your gun. Now, if you have all the essentials, there are a bunch of different things that you can get to kind of enhance your airsoft experience. Things like pistols, which some people really like to have, others don't really need the hassle. You have magazines, which can also be very helpful, especially for longer games, longer scenarios where you're out there for hours. You're going to need extra magazines, and it stops you from having to reload the one magazine that you have. You might look into something like a helmet. This is a pretty cheap skater helmet, but they have really cool helmets out there, or other hats, headwear, things like that. You can look at extensions for your gun, but again, not really necessary to play. Another thing that's not necessarily necessary to play, but is nice to have, is a rig, something like this, maybe a chest rig, something cheaper to start out with. But these things all help you kind of enjoy your airsoft experience, and they do make you a little bit more effective if you know how to use them properly. But at the end of the day, all you really need is a gun, something to power your gun, and ammunition for your gun, and of course, safety first. So that's about it for all your airsoft gear you're going to need. Another thing you might want to look into is camouflage, like I'm wearing. You can get a lot of different camouflage a lot of different places. Woodland BDUs are pretty common in the surplus market, and a lot of people have them in their closets or something. So if you have your parents are in the military, they might have some lying around from the olden days. Or you can go on sites like Airsoft GI or Evite. Places like that have a lot of camouflage options too. And it's not necessary. You don't need it absolutely, but it is kind of nice to have. They are designed for this kind of stuff. And in the long run, it will help you out and enjoy your airsoft experience. So I recommend looking into that if you're really serious about it. But again, I want to reiterate, all you really need is a gun, something to power the gun, and some ammunition for that gun. You might want to look into. Check out our loadouts if you want specific stuff. We have a whole library of loadout videos that we've made over the years. So I highly recommend checking that out. But most of all, just enjoy your time, and good luck. Should be fun, and welcome to the world of airsoft.